Welcome back to Cop Tool. My name is Scott, and today I will be working with Chris, a tool technician and repairman from Ohio Power Tool, as we get hands-on with the new M18 Fuel Cordless 9-inch grinder from Milwaukee. Initially launched this year at MPS 2018, this grinder has a lot of buzz surrounding it, so we're excited to get one in our shop. Today we're going to run it head-to-head against a Makita cordless grinder in a speed cut test. Then we'll wrap it up by having Chris take the Milwaukee apart and show us the technology behind its performance. All right, let's get into it. The new Milwaukee M18 Fuel 9-inch grinder has many features, but the real story is the fact that this grinder uses the brand new HD 12 amp hour battery with bigger cells. And it's got the new power state motor that was designed specifically to take advantage of these new batteries. So increased performance is what we should be seeing in these grinders. I'm going to have Chris, who's worked on and repaired hundreds of grinders as a tool repairman at Ohio Power Tool, operate these grinders in a head-to-head speed cut contest. We pitted the Milwaukee against the Makita to see how fast they could cut through a 3-inch piece of steel pipe. The Milwaukee has a fully charged 18-volt 12 amp hour HD battery. The Makita is a little different, requiring two 18-volt batteries. We used the 5 amp hour batteries that Makita includes in their grinder kit. We equipped both with the same Metabo heavy-duty cutting disc, locked down the pipe in our jaw horse, threw on our safety gear, and got to work. First up, the Milwaukee. Less than 18 seconds is all it took for the Milwaukee to cut through the pipe. I asked Chris what he thought about the Milwaukee after the cut.
All right, so how did it feel? It felt good?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. It's smooth.
But it felt like it was variable speed when in fact it was not.
It's
kind
not.
of like, what, kind of lagging on you or what?
It just seems like it would run away on you if you, if you needed to stop it. It would be hard to do.
Really? Okay. And what about the overall ergonomics and like the weight of it?
Not bad. It's balanced well.
It's balanced well? Good. So that huge battery on the back end actually offsets like the front end?
Yeah, I would say it's probably an exact weight of the gear case.
Good.
It feels good for the size.
Nice.
It's not awkward.
Good.
Next up, the Makita. The Makita took just under 22 seconds to cut the same pipe, almost 20% slower than the Milwaukee. I asked Chris to talk about the Makita's performance.
Being a self-proclaimed Makita guy, what'd you think of the Makita?
A little disappointed. Felt like it was struggling a couple times through there.
Really?
I mean, for the power that it's got.
Yeah.
Supposedly has.
Length of the paddle was kind of an issue?
Yeah.
Or like the...
A little too close to the head.
Like you wish it was longer like the Milwaukee?
Yeah, I like the length of the Milwaukee.
Gotcha.
I found this getting in the way.
You found what getting in the way?
The actual battery assembly, the back half of the housing was in the way. I hit my elbow on it.
Gotcha.
The ergonomics just aren't there.
So Milwaukee may have converted a Makita fan, at least in the 9-inch cordless grinder market. Okay, so now that we've seen the Milwaukee in action, we wanted to take a look inside. So Chris took it into his shop and opened it up. Here's what we found.
They've improved this head over the last model. That's good. Teeth are heavier, which makes it easier, and the durability over time helps. It's definitely one benefit that Milwaukee has over their competitors is the amount of hardware they put in places where weaknesses typically portray themselves. They have heat shrinked all of the major components on the wiring, which is a good thing. That's definitely beneficial over the previous models. Milwaukee's had a problem with that in the past, where basically when you put your two halves together and if it's not in exactly, the wire will get pinched. And on the major wires like that, the too hot for the battery. If they're not wrapped and they get pinched, it'll short out everything. Catastrophic. Also, Milwaukee is the only one I've encountered, the only brand that actually coats the diodes on the panels. With this being the fuel, it doesn't have the brushes on the end of the armature. So it's just magnetic and you can pull it right out. Looks like they put an extra winding in the field, which is good. That helps keep it cool. Also stops that bogging when you're cutting. This is the tacho disc. That's what basically your speed control and your switch. That's what reads it. That's actually larger than the previous models. Looks like they've made a lot of advancements on this model. We're going to go ahead and pull the spindle, the gear case out. See if the gears are any different. Still the same ring and pinion. They've ran this for a while on lots of different models. This is your blade lock for when you're changing the lock or changing the blade. Same thing, like I said, ring and pinion. Pretty basic design. Looks like on the 9-inch they've started putting a little bit more grease in them. Typically there's just a little spoonful in there, you might say.
There's a lot, huh?
Yeah, that's good. That keeps it cool. Like I said, they've made a lot of beneficial changes, a lot of advancements, I think, on the basic engineering of the unit. The ergonomics have improved. Even the body panels are tighter than they used to be. The valleys where the wiring lays is all better. They've definitely stepped up their game a little bit.
All right, there you have it, the Milwaukee M18 Fuel 9-inch grinder available now. Don't forget to go check out coptool.com for more power tool info and news. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Don't miss a single video by clicking subscribe now, and we'll see you next time.